leading puppeteer. He started to learn shadow puppetry at the age of 14 and began to perform the following year.
看，这是白肉羊，你看，这就是老爷的白肉羊，看，这是六火叉，这是六臂鸡翎。
During the Cultural Revolution, shadow puppetry was branded as one of the 4 feudal remnants and subsequently banned. But Pan Jing-le was able to continue with the shadow puppet performances by making sure they suited the political requirements set by the authorities. Hao Bing-li lives in Shengshan village 6 or 7 kilometers from Panyuan village, and he is a senior fellow apprentice of Pan Jing-le. As a puppeteer, he is known far and wide. Hao Bing-li is a farmer who performs shadow puppetry whenever he is asked to. On his way to a performance, he carries all the gear, and that means the loudspeaker, a box full of shadow puppets, a screen and several bamboo poles, all of it on a bicycle. Remarkably, this is all that is needed to put on a shadow puppet show. In the old days, a shadow puppet show was a must for a wedding or a funeral, but these days, they are generally only seen at funerals. The type of melody used in Huaxian shadow puppetry is called wan-wan, and it has a particularly refined and graceful style. And although Huaxian shadow puppetry was renamed Hua Opera, the local people still call it wan-wan tune. According to statistics provided by the China Shadow Puppetry website, today there are only 2 shadow puppet troupes with about 15 puppeteers still performing in Huaxian County. Clearly, shadow puppetry in Huaxian, as in other places all over China, is declining almost beyond the point of rescue. Hao Bing-li learned shadow puppetry from his uncle when he was very young and started to perform at the age of 13. There is even a piece of local doggerel that describes Hao Bing-li's meticulous manipulation of the shadow puppets. It goes, "He plays the puppets busily. The spectators are dying with joy. The girls he plays dance as if floating, and the warriors look like they're really fighting." Pan Jing-le's singing and Hao Bing-li's manipulation of the puppets are acclaimed as the best in Huaxian County. In 1994, the Huaxian Shadow Puppet Troupe took part in the shooting of the film Alive.
清沙队，你下去20里，当然没那公里一叫，这个有，这个不像个，那的公里只有20几亩，23是20大。那个不会弹么？人家这个路人音嘛，哦。还有2句戏，有啥戏？开什么？人说你演那个怪腔，我不爱演那怪腔，因为我不爱演这啥戏。
During the Qing dynasty, the old campus of the Central Academy of Fine Arts was the palace of a prince. But by 1948, the Academy was putting it to good use for arts education. In that year, Jean Julien was a second-year student among the first batch of students to move into the campus that was once a palace. 47 years later, in the summer of 1995, he moved from this campus to the new campus in Wangjing, and in that same year, he received an invitation from the Public Academy of Fine Arts in Taiwan.
让我呢带这个花县的皮影过去，因为我也比较熟悉，给老艺人也比较熟悉，所以到那儿去的时候安排，这是由他们文化局长，他们来带着这个老艺人过去，啊，我呢就是对名义上的我就做团长。
给我们来信邀请说我们能不能以民间的形式去台湾演出。
On July the 6th, 1995, the Huaxian Shadow Puppet Troupe arrived in Kaohsiung, and the first show was scheduled for 7:30 in the evening of the 11th.
卖不到票，反响特别的好，因为对在陕西这个皮影艺术呀，包括这唱腔呀、音乐呀、这应人教课啊，他们特别欣赏，也非常热烈，非常热烈。他们不是报以热烈的掌声，也有人喊好了这一类的也有很多。
德国去的快乐戏啊，我们也看他们，他们也看我们的。然后互相看了之后呢，这慢慢就这个效果就出来，对比就出来了，啊，这到后面以后呢，大家都承认，哎呀，大陆这个华夏的皮影戏了不起。
他约请了很多的皮影团，有越南的水傀儡，我在越南看的欧戏的，也有印度尼西亚的，也有土耳其的皮影，印度尼西亚的皮影。啊，这华县那个绝对权威，那是。
Taiwan newspapers commented enthusiastically on the Huaxian puppet troupe, with Hao Bingli in particular the focus of attention. During his visit, Hao Bingli saw the sea for the first time in his life, and he was very careful to make sure his pair of cloth shoes didn't get wet.
他出去的时候穿的一双布鞋子，鞋底似乎还有点烧焦了那个疤儿，我觉得，啊。但是老汉在那个海岸上嘛，他这一双鞋是非常的珍贵，好像这一双鞋是一个什么纪念品，或者是这一个里边有什么情节一样。他下水干什么，把这双鞋这一块大家玩的，他都提在手里边，他就不像叫海水湿了一样。
To Hao Bingli, the Taiwan trip meant a much bigger income than he would have earned from his crop fields.
在那个地方也是没有工资，一天给一人10个美元，只是给10个美元的那个，无所谓是工资，反正就是给你个小费吧。农民嘛，以前都挣80块钱，现在干得很满足了。你这在过去这生产队，你这农民嘛，一年把你这个就是庄稼卖不好几百美元嘛。
The Huaxian Shadow Puppet Troupe left Taiwan for home on July the 19th, 1995. Just 2 days later, the People's Liberation Army launched guided missiles into the East China Sea in response to Li Denghu's advocacy of two countries. Back in their native village of Shengshan on the northern Shanxi Plateau, Hao Bingli and Pan Jingle resumed their otherwise uneventful lives.
抗击还没了，抗击我谁都没了。
我跟你说个那个，难受的很噻。我说这咱还不唱戏吗？唱戏了，在地方说笑。
你心里是这样难受的，啥一种难受？
哎，就这就是，我嫌我的衣服钱，那你说这个衣服钱。
In 2001, Hao Bingley died at the age of 76, taking with him practical knowledge of a long list of shadow puppet dramas.
这啥也没有，连一根棍子都没有。他那个皮影就是用那个叫扫帚那个棍儿弄的，连这个都没有。
最后郝炳林去世了，太可惜了。然后后来张涛呢，在后来自己拿钱，拍了一点点，但是整个的没有拿出来，这我觉得最遗憾了。
With the money he earned from shadow puppet performances, Pan Jingle built houses for his 6 sons and helped them set up their own families. But he has no one to inherit his puppetry skills.
我有个孩子，你就找我这个结婚啊，这盖房这么一院子，搞我有这个想。
These days, more and more people in Shanxi province are learning to make shadow puppets, as by selling them, the local farmers can bring in a little extra income. But at the same time, fewer and fewer people want to learn the actual art of puppetry. It seems then that as one old puppeteer dies after another, the glorious period of shadow puppetry in Huaxian County is coming to an end. In 2005, Zhang Tao established the Hall of Chinese Shadows in the hope of preserving and carrying on the art of Huaxian puppetry. And at the end of December 2005, he held a photo exhibition entitled The Last Days of Shadow Puppetry. Sadly, the exhibition's 48 photos are evidence of the decline of shadow puppetry over the last 20 years.